Welcome to week 6 of this Belly Dance for Flexibility course with me, Lindsey Marie Silver, here at Little Egypt Studio in Scotland. In this session, we're going to enjoy working through our root chakra. It felt appropriate to really realign and recalibrate through the root chakra. And we're going to enjoy going really deep with that. Some gorgeous stretches, really activating movements, building warmth and generosity of spirit in everything that we do with the mantra, I am. Let's dive in. So we're going to come into center. Bring a nice wide stance, and we're going to start off with a rocking motion through the hips. Start to really warm up through the joints and the muscles of hips. To bring your hands down onto your hips. And bring a figure of 8 into the hip. Bring the hands up onto the head. Make that a little bit faster. We want to really start to warm through that area of hips, right down at the root chakra, right down at the very base of your spine. Bringing warmth and movement, encouraging flow. So now we're going to bring our awareness towards our breath. Taking deep breaths in, drawing energy down into the hips, down into sacred life force energy space. Just below your belly button. Make those movements bigger. Breathing life down into hips. Wow! And now that we've warmed through the hips, we can start to bring in circular motions. Let's bring the hip out to the side, bring it forward. Hips out to the side, bring them back. Circle all the way around. Feel that flow of energy. Perhaps you want to explore figure of eight some more. Perhaps this one is horizontal. Now let's bring some nice grounding movements as you release down deeper into the hips. Bend through your knees. Just let that release come downwards. Circle around. Wow, doesn't that feel good? Let's take it around the other way. Circling the hips round. Let's take it around the other way. Get that movement nice and fluid. Focus through hips, circling around, that ancient circular motion, representing all of the life cycle, that continuous loop. Giving and receiving. Take it back. Coming into hips. Into figure of eight. Now really exploring that movement. Really explore, see what your body would like to receive in this moment from your movement. Bring your hands down onto your hips. Sink deep down. Raise your hands upwards. And rest in here, pulse perhaps. Keep the hips in neutral. Tailbone to the ground. Use pelvic floor muscles. That's the muscles all the way from your bum round towards your belly button. Squeeze through those muscles. Bring your hands onto your hips. Open through your chest. Place one hand on heart space, one hand down on sacred life force energy space. Breathe in. I am. As you breathe out, let's gently return back upwards into center. We're going to raise the hands up towards the sky and gently forward fold. As we come forwards, you can bend through your knees or keep the legs extended out. You can walk the hands forwards, lengthen through the back of the legs. Relax your neck. Gently coming into center. We're going to come round towards one side. Lengthen through back, waist, belly, through the hips. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, let's return into center. On your next breath, in your own time, keep the hips facing forwards. Going to bring it round to the other side. Relax the neck. Gently into center. Breathing in here. We're going to begin to unwind one vertebra at a time. On towards the sky. Imagine yourself now as a flame. All right, as we go into deeper releasing. Take it on diagonal, bring it all the way forwards. We're going to lift up through center. Other side, release out through the side. Bring it down on diagonal into center. And unwind. You can do this a little bit slower if you feel to. Let's do that 2 more times. Last one here. On diagonal. Unwind. Here, I'd like to invite you, if you'd like to, you can bring a support for underneath your knee. That might be a cushion, a pillow, a rolled up blanket, something that gives you a little bit of extra protection, a little bit of extra padding, or you can come just directly down to the ground. I'll let you decide. We're going to step one foot forwards, bring the other knee down towards the ground. Untuck the toes or keep them tucked. If you'd like some extra stability, we're going to step this foot forward. We're going to really begin to open up through the hips, through the thigh and the hip flexor at the front of the hip there. Keep the hips in neutral. Use those pelvic floor muscles. Relax through your back. So we're nice and strong through the front of our core in particular there. You could squeeze through that glute on the same side if you'd like to readdress the balance between the muscle pairings. If you feel now, you could take a deep breath in and perhaps bring that sliding lunge a little bit further forward. You can go for that now. Keep the hips squared in alignment together. Really releasing out through there. And if you're gorgeously warmed up already, you can go a bit deeper in. If you're still warming up, ease yourself into it. But if you already did a session with me before this, then chances are you can go a little bit deeper into there. Beautiful. And now we're going to take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to just bring the hips back up into center. Just very gently bring your toes up and towards you. You can bring your hands to where it helps you to balance. Just hold that for a moment and then release that down. And from here, we're going to place both hands, if it's accessible to you, on the mat or on the floor. Bring the foot out towards the side. We're going to come into this diamond shape through the front leg and then just walk your foot back slightly further. Really open up this even deeper release now. So that first one, you could consider that was an opening stretch into this one here. So we're really deeply opening up through the front of the hip there. After having done that gorgeous, gorgeous goddess movement towards the beginning, hips ready to receive a release now. If you want to, you can come down, resting on your forearms. And now we're going to start to really descend down deeper into the hips. So each time that you breathe, you're sending, releasing, healing, soothing energy down into the hips, but you're also gently activating through there. You're rebalancing, recalibrating through not only the muscles, but also the memory that's stored within our bodies. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, we can gently bring the hips down towards the ground and unwinding upwards into center. Let's bring both legs in together. And here I'd like to just encourage you to enjoy a little moment of self-care. Just give yourself a hug as you bring your knees in towards your chest. In any way that's comfortable for you. That might be with both feet together, knees together, or it might be taking them wide and round the outside here. I'll let you decide what feels nice for you, but just enjoy that moment, releasing through your glutes. You could gently rock back and forth if you would like to. Your glutes, of course, being on the back of your hips. Right down towards that root chakra. And here onto the other side. So first of all, we're going to come to that higher up lunge. So any way that feels right for you, you can come back to standing and then join us stepping one foot wide in front, or you can just go straight into it if you feel able to. So you can use your supporting hands to lift you upwards and bring one knee back. So we're here. So you've stepped that foot nice and wide behind. You're picking up a lunge through that front leg. And through here, you've got this really deep opening through the hip, through the thigh. Hips are squared in alignment with the short edge of your mat. And then you're going to tuck the hips under. Use your pelvic floor muscles. So it's not here collapsed like this. It's really here. Nice straight flat back. So the body will want to cheat this stretch. It wants to cheat any stretch. And it's going to want to do this and use perhaps spinal flexion. But we want to just really consciously bring that movement into the hips rather than the back. Deep breath in. And if you feel able to and you want to, you can perhaps deepen that stretch. So I'm not dumping weight through here, literally just finding a point to balance. You could bring your hands out to the side, roll through shoulders. Keeping that energy flowing. Here, deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently bringing the hips, that was my ankle, don't know if you heard that. Let's now come into this deeper one here, so you can place your hands down either side of your foot and then shift it across, slide the foot outwards, place the knee in between the feet, in between the hands. Gosh, feet and hands getting mixed up now. Bring this foot further behind you. And the hips are in alignment there, neither one is leading. Good, that looks lovely. Doesn't that feel nice? And you're allowing the body to release anything that no longer serves it any purpose. That might be tension through the muscles. It might be memory that's stored. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, of course, you could sink deeper into there. releasing and relaxing. And in your own time, coming back into center and coming round and bringing the hips down. From here, we can come into cross-legged position. Let the soles of your feet touch, if they might. Bring alignment throughout the full length of your spine. Feel your hips press down deep into the ground. We're pivoting out of the hips. We're pivoting out of the hips. Releasing and relaxing. And in strong alignment all the way from the root of your spine all the way to the crown of your head. Open up through your chest. Use your abdominals and pelvic floor muscles to keep you steady. And here, we can come up and over the top of our feet, leading out through your rib cage. As you open up through the hips even more, you can press down with your hands, with your inner forearm, pressing down to open out. And as you breathe, breathing in, lifting up and over, and coming forwards perhaps, pivoting out of hips, nice straight back. Feel free to vocalize anything that wants to. Gently, you can return back into center. Returning back into alignment throughout the full length of your spine. And now you can bring yourself into a comfortable seated position, perhaps cross-legged or similar. Let's bring the shoulders into nice circles. One and the other. Root chakra mantras that we might use. Perhaps, I am. Lift hands upwards. I am strong. Bring your hands down into your hips. I am home. Bring your hands up towards heart space. I am centered. Bring your hands down to the front of your hips. I am grounded. Place your hands together, rub them nice. And fast, and faster, and faster, and faster, and faster. And build up some heat, generate some heat there. Wow. We're going to gift this energy to our kidneys on the small of the back. And just in with that heat is going to vibrate and radiate towards the root chakra as well. Deep breath in. Breathing in your own time, fully. Feel that wholesome breath. Feel that sacred life force energy. Let's build up some more of that energy. Rub your palms together. And then you can gift that energy to the front of your hips and the back of your hips. Right down at the very base of your spine. Right down at your pubic bone. Allow your body just to naturally receive that energy. Your body's own natural healing energy. Let's bring our hands, palms upwards perhaps to our knees. If you're crossing your legs, you might want to switch and cross them the other way now. An invitation just to bring the simplest of stretches here. We're going to twist through the waist and literally just come to rest on one knee. Hands down towards the ground in a sort of a prayer. Such a restful, restorative, releasing stretch. And in your own time, you can take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, coming back into center. And on the other side, you can twist through your waist and come down, bring your rib cage over the top of that knee. Try and keep your hips resting on the ground. The challenge here is that one of them might want to lift up. But if you can keep your hips on the ground, that's encouraging a nice releasing stretch. And this stretch is gorgeous for each of your internal organs, as well as for activating through your root chakra. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let's gently return into center. If you've really enjoyed this session, I have a very special session coming up. Gorgeous, loving self-care with just the slightest, tiniest touch of a Valentine's edge. But it's Valentine's reimagined. It's loving yourself. It's loving yourself unconditionally. It's going to be very, very beautiful, very sacred. Hopefully you can join me for that. And now an invitation to join me in a restful position. You might want to come down onto your side or onto your back. Do whichever works best for you. You can raise your hands upwards and gently come down. If you're coming down onto your back, you can rotate out through your hips and then come down through low back and mid back, your upper back. Bring your shoulders to the ground, your head, bring your hands down by your sides. Slide your feet out in front so that your legs can connect with the ground. Bring the toes up to your head. Release the back of your legs and relax that. Walk your fingers down towards your toes. Allow your shoulder blades to come down with that. And then you can rotate the palms up towards the sky. If you'd like to take on some extra layers or a blanket right now, this is a wonderful time to do that. Perhaps a spot of herbal tea might be nice as well, if you have one handy. Take Taking a moment now for you to simply allow your body to integrate anything that might have shifted, and just to rest and relax and go deeper within. How your body has longed for this moment. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 7. And with each count, you can allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper down. Down and down into relaxation. Down and down into comfort. 1, 2, sinking down 3, 4, dissolving down 5, softening 6, deeply relaxed 7, relax your feet and your ankles. Relax your low legs and your knees. Relax your upper legs and your hips, glutes and your back, your waist and your belly, your chest and your organs. Relax your shoulders, all the way down your arms. Relax your wrists and your hands, your fingers. Relax your neck and your head. Relax your ears and your eyes. Relax your nose and your cheeks, your mouth and your throat. Relax your tongue and your brain. Relax. Relax. I am strong. I am home. I am centered. I am grounded. I am. Feel a wave of warmth, of healing energy that travels outwards from your hips, out from the base of your spine, and outwards in each direction, warming you, bathing you in red light. bathe in beautiful red light. And the beauty of that red light, the red of the reddest rose, fill you up, nourish you, that root chakra, realigning, recalibrating, reactivating. Really relaxing, relaxing. Coming back in 7, integrating 6, more and more 5. Absorbing every drop, 4, more and more nourishment, 3, almost full to the brim, 2, now overflowing in abundance, 1. In a moment, you can awaken with the sensation of deep relaxation, feeling replenished, restored, revitalized, and rejuvenated. If your eyes were closed, you can gently begin to blink them open. Bring small movements to your fingers and toes. Rock your hips side to side. Notice gently, subtly. Do you feel different? Perhaps you could bring your hands up over your head now and enjoy a big stretch. A big morning stretch and a yawn. If you were on your back, you can bring one foot upwards, your knee up to the sky. Bring on the same side your hand over the top of your chest. Use your foot to push off and your hand, your supporting hand to come back into center. Coming into center, wow, noticing colors more vibrant and connected to yourself at soul deep level. Loving you. Thank you for being here. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit notifications so you can be informed of when the next video goes up. If you'd like to support the creation of these videos, remember you can head along to patreon.com/Little Egypt Studio, where you'll find a community of other enjoyers of these videos. See you soon. Bye.